Yo, it's a lucky man for the lateness, man. That's some technical problems and that's a lucky man. They are on the what's it, 73rd episode?
Camera look high up or
That's what, man.
so that's the because the blessings on today.
What do you reckon? Camera high. Camera's right, man.
Saying that the blessings on today.
Let us know if you hear us good. Give us a 1 or a con. It's alright, man. It's high up.
It's high up, isn't it?
Go on there, adjust that for me. Let me know if you hear me good. Give me a 1 or a con. The amount of problems we had, man, just today, man, I can't know more, man. It's luck, yeah. The last thing I need is a sound problem now, you know. So it's the big man thing, man. I can't. So anyway, they are on the end every Friday, 9 to 11. So yeah, 9 to 11, the same one. That's pretty much it. Something about give me a quick announcement with the holidays and the feast coming up and the Passover and so forth.
So now we got the Feast of Purim coming up February 14th and 15th, which is lands on a Monday and Tuesday. It's a 2-day feast. Also, we're making preparations for the Passover, man. We're trying to get that booked in February latest. We're trying to get it booked around the time of Purim. So the Passover is April 15th. So the whole UK school, we plan to land there on a Wednesday, man. We plan to land there on a Wednesday and maybe come back up on the Monday. So if you want to be involved in that, you just contact the school, man. Come to the Lord's Passover. It's 53rd, right? The Lord's 53rd annual Passover in Florida, man. Cocoa Beach. Come on down to that. We're about to have a ball of a time, man.
That's right. Come on.
All the brothers and sisters and everybody's going. We're about to all fly together on the plane, man. Listen, you need to come on down to that. So what to do is contact the school, man. Come with you and your family. Come and have a whale of a time. So we're booking all the rooms and everything now. So if you want to be involved, you just let us know, man. So we all can go there together. You can experience the brotherhood. You can see the brothers that you only see on YouTube, man. You'll see that you can see them in real life. Like the first time when we seen them in real life, we were shocked like them. We're meeting celebrities, and they looked to us like they was meeting celebrities.
That's right. Tell about the fishing.
Tell about the what? Oh, also there's a fishing trip which is Tuesday. Not Tuesday, but Tuesday in Florida in that same week. So the Passover Friday is the 15th, Thursday is 14th, 12th. There's a fishing trip on the 12th of April, man, where you're going to go fishing on a yacht with the generals and all the brothers, man. And you're going to cast your net far and wide, man. And you're going to capture some fish, man. And then the frying the fish on the Wednesday. So there's tons of activities going on. Come on down to that, man. We're gonna be fishing, man. I'm reeling in my rod. Listen, man. I'm gonna throw the net in, get a ton of fish, man. So come on down.
What is it called? Like mango fishing. It's a red snapper. Like my time with the bones. I don't want to cook you with the bones, you know.
That's a lucky. I'm a Benjamite, so you know my fish is gonna taste. Listen, man. Our fish here, we put listen, our fish here, we cut the skin, put the seasoning in the. You know about that? Where you put.
You score it in it.
We score it and put some seasoning in there, man. Listen, I don't know if Judah knows about that yet. Did you know about that? Did you know about that kind of fish? Listen, man, you're gonna know about that kind of fish, man. When islands, lucky.
Score it, seasoning. You don't want to know what dung about the chef, man. Listen, you don't want to get dung about.
That's what I'm saying, man.
You don't want to get dung by the kitchen.
This is what I'm saying, man. You don't want to get me in the kitchen.
Back off the jacket, put the apron. You know what?
That's what I'm saying. You don't want to put on the apron and the chef hat.
You don't want to put the chef hat and the apron.
Dung about Ainsley.
Get me
Ainsley.
You know what Dagobah Ainsley the house? Get me. Man, anyone knows what Dagobah knows?
What could Ainsley cook?
Ainsley.
Could he cook?
Oh no, he cooks white man food, man. Oh, I'm not too know.
Could he cook? What's the one with the red pepper and green pepper? Was the Ainsley? That cooking show from years ago.
Nah,
where he'll be on the team red or the team green.
Probably the Ainsley, you know. I don't know what Ainsley could cook. Some 90s thing, man. So we're getting to a quick video anyway with the police force, man. A lot of people say, what's it say? There's a disconnect with the black community and the police force, man. Black people don't like the police. We can't get black people to cooperate with the police, talk to the police. Black people just hate the police, man. What people don't understand is this, and for years, the police have been doing black people wicked, man.
Right.
And the world's only seeing it now. Why? Thanks to cameras, man. Before everyone had a camera, before what camcorders existed, and cameras on your phone, and social media existed, police been bothering black people for years, man.
Right.
And why did everyone say, oh, they're lying? You know, black man's innocent, you know, but that's what every criminal says. You know, police will beat you up, rough you up, and then make some false report, man. But now cameras are coming out now, so brothers are seeing video footage like Michelle and Charles, man, getting choked to death in a police shop. Sorry, in a shop by a policeman. And I think that it's terrible, and it is terrible. But what you don't understand is what the world don't understand is this is normal to black people.
Right.
We get stopped justice all the time. It's new to you now because you'll see that on footage, you'll see that on camera. But to these brothers here growing up, this is we've been stopped all the time, man.
Right.
We get bothered by the police all the time, man. Police pull us over and try to bother us all the time. What Rashad and Charles died by the hands of the police, that's nothing, man. You know what I mean? Look at men like Smiley Culture. These are people that died under police custody, man. And police go, well, you know, who's kicking, who's screaming, you know what I mean? And we had to, you know, look at Dalian Atkinson. Had it not been for police footage here, he would have been another black man that's dead, man. And Dalian Atkinson's a football player, man. If he was a regular black man, listen, no one would ever even know about it, man. It'd be another black man dead by the hands of the police. Right. And people say, oh, why don't black people trust the police? And this is the reason why, man. See, they thought we were lying. And, you know, we just want to do our own thing and we don't like rules. And now, man, the police been bothering us for years, man. Right. And a brother in Newtown just the other day got killed by a policeman. I was 15 years old. No, the policeman killed himself. Sorry. No, the policeman beat up the brother who was 15 years old. And then later on, the policeman killed himself because he's going to get sacked. Man. You know what I mean? This is one brother that the policeman beat up that was on tape. What about all the other brothers that he beat up, man? They ain't on tape, man. So, like, let me show you footage real quick, man. So you look for you, man. Anyway. And there's no sound on this one, so look at that, man. Devil kicked a brother 15 years old, man. 15 years old. Imagine 50, you don't even leave school yet, man. You're 15, you're just about reaching puberty. And this policeman, the man is supposed to protect black people. This is supposed to be the man you call when you're scared, or you call when you got problems, or you call when times are hard, or you're meant to feel safe around him. Not us. The same people that you feel safe around, we're petrified of, man. Right. The same man that you feel safe around kicks our kids up, man. Kicks us and punches us, man. The man is 15 years old. The child, man, probably got no facial hairs, man. And this man's getting kicked up and punched up by the police, man. And that's why we don't trust the police. That's why we don't like the police. That's why NWA got a tune called F the police, man. Right. That's why black people don't give evidence. That's why we don't like people that talk to the police. That's why we don't like snitches. That's why we don't cooperate with the police. That's why when police walk past, you know, we got a frown on our face because this is what they do to our children, man. Right. What your brother don't know, but this young brother's the Israelite, man. The son of God, man. How dare some policeman in a high-vis waistcoat and a badge have the right to punch him up, man, and kick him up, man? Yeah, fuck.
And with that, it said the policeman stopped him and searched him, and he didn't have nothing on him. So this man was abusing his power. Not only did he beat up that young brother, he also beat up a black cyclist as well. So he beat up a black cyclist. I don't know if the video's on there, but he beat him up, put the black man on the bonnet, and punched him up on the bonnet. Lucky, punched him up on the bonnet, man. Like, this police officer has been beating up black people. Often, it's probably at the end of this video, is on there. So yeah, they can imagine this. Imagine this. Newtown is a place where not even all black people can go because it's that ghetto, but the police can come in and beat up a black child that lives in Newtown, man. Maybe we need to stop fighting against each other, man. Maybe we need to realize we all have one common enemy, which is this oppressor and the policeman. That's right. Because they come to your neighborhood to beat you up. Imagine this. They beat up this 15-year-old. This could have been your son, your brother. Maybe we should come together and understand there's an enemy that wants to beat up all of us, man. That's right. Meanwhile, I want a war with you. Maybe we need to put our war aside, man, and understand that we have a bigger enemy. This man's coming to Newtown, beating black people up, and he's got the right to do it. Why? Because he's got the badge. He's got the badge and he's got the credentials. And then what's he gonna do? If you hit him back, what's he gonna say? You assaulted a police officer. And who's everybody gonna believe? The police officer, because he's meant to be a man in authority, whereas you're just some nigga that's aspiring rapper and a drug dealer. Whereas this man right here is a criminal, man. He's targeting innocent black people. He's targeting black people who have done nothing wrong. He beat up a black man in Aston and he beat up a 15-year-old in Newtown. And now this police officer got sacked from his job and he got sentenced to jail. He went to jail for 3 months. And then he killed himself on Christmas Day, man. Give the Lord a hand, man. He needs to kill himself, man. Listen, man. Maybe every other one should follow suit and do the same thing, man. You police officers beating up black people. Now he killed himself. Why? Because of his own actions. He was abusing black people. Whereas, guess what? We get thrown in jail and framed and locked up wrongfully, and we don't kill ourselves. We just go do our sentence, which lets you know these people are weak, man. These people are weak, and they hide behind the badge. They hide behind the badge because this man could never ever step to any black man without the badge.
That's right.
So what do? Become police officers, get guns and all sorts of weapons, so they can shoot and harm black people. Because look at this homosexual right here. You think he could step to any nigga without that badge?
That's
so
right.
I can go up to his face. You think this homosexual could ever step to any nigga without the badge? Listen, man. He would have been in a grave before he topped himself, man. He would have been in a grave before he topped himself. What did he do? Killed himself at his parents' house over Christmas dinner. Ate his turkey and his roast potatoes and his sprouts, and then killed himself like the baby that he is. Listen, man. And exactly had his pigs in a blanket and then killed himself. And then he looked like a damn pig in a blanket. Yeah. And his black in the body bag like a pig in a blanket. And then this man right here abuses black people, and people in the comments was defending him, saying, "Oh, I feel sorry for him." When black people die, nobody feels sorry for black people, man. But a white man that can kill black people, everybody feels sorry for him, which lets you know nobody feels sorry for black people, man. This man, the thing is this, black people die by the hands of other people. Nobody feels sorry for us, but this man could have lived and took his own life.
Yeah, that's right.
And everybody feels sorry for him.
He made a decision. He decided to kill himself.
Exactly.
Like he wanted to go, man.
Exactly. No one forced them pills down his throat, man. No one opened his mouth and said, "Take these pills." No one said, hang yourself from the roof. This man decided to kill himself, man. Like, probably didn't get a good Christmas present. Who knows? Maybe his parents didn't buy him the Christmas present he wanted, man. That's how weak Esau is. They killed himself over little things. Whereas even if a black man goes to jail for 30 years, a black man has a slogan like, "Oh, you can lock the locks, but you can't stop the clocks." And then black men just ride out their sentence. A white man goes to jail. What do they do? Killed himself before sentencing.
Listen, the sentence would have been that hard.
He done it already. He done it already.
He didn't kill nobody.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
He got 6 months. Come on. Do 3 months, and this man killed himself because he lost his job. How much jobs have we lost, man? Because the manager's racist. Right. Imagine if I killed myself after every job I lost. I'd have had to kill myself like 10 times by now, man. I'd have killed myself 10 times. I'd had 10 caskets by now, man. Right. This man killed himself over losing his job. Listen, man, this is a nation of weak people who we should strive to be nothing like, man. We should be the opposite to them. Right. And listen, I hope that boy who beat up and that black man who beat up found peace, man. Right. Hopefully they ain't got that Christian mindset like, "Oh, I forgive him. If you forgive him, I don't forgive him, man." Right. When he goes before the Most High, I hope he gets punished for punishing you, man. Right. I need him to be punished for punishing you.
That's right.
I need him to wish he was able to go tell his brothers and sisters stop harming them black people because they're God's children, man. Right. White people need to realize that black people are God's children. Until they realize that, they're going to keep abusing us, man. And as long as you keep forgiving them, they're going to keep abusing us. Maybe you should say, "We're not going to forgive them, but I don't want to keep going on." But anyway, he's dead now. Anyway, that's the least of our worries. He's dead now. Anyway.
Exactly, man. Exactly. That's what happens when you talk to God's people, man. Them same people that you said niggas and you put on your uniform every day to kick them up and arrest them and stop them. God loves them people, man.
That's right.
It don't seem like it because why we disobeyed our father, man. We go through his punishment. You think you apply for this job to kick up black people, man. Right? Like they're nobody. And God loves them saying black people, and God made sure this man took his own life, man. Let me tell you something. When it comes to Jessica and Holly, and who else? These are no young kids, man. They get raped and so forth. The racial Madeline, Jessica and Holly, the whole world has to cry for them, man. You know what I mean? They say if you spoke to this policeman and said, "Listen, what do you think about Jessica and Holly?" You know what he will say? "Oh, it's a shame because they're so young. It's a shame, innit? They're so young." Meanwhile, you go out there and beat our young man. When you see white kids, you feel, "Oh, they're so young. It's a shame. They have their whole life ahead of them." Meanwhile, when you see our kids, you don't see the same thing. Right. You see some big gorilla that should know better. You see some big gorilla that you can punch up, man. or push your finger down his throat and choke him, or shoot him to death, or kick him. But when you say little young white girl, that's shame, man. We gotta find out what happened to Jessica and Holly. We gotta find out what happened to Madeline. Them white kids that get raped by the Pakistani racial grooming gangs, oh, it's a shame what happens to them, man. Meanwhile, you put your fist to a 15-year-old man.
Right.
You kick up a 15-year-old man and beat him up, man. But your job is to protect and serve, man. When they see black people, they see us as animals. Meanwhile, themselves, they see us young and leave them alone. You know, it's a shame they shouldn't be doing this. And, you know, the whole world should have compassion on them. Meanwhile, you don't have compassion on ours, man.
That's right.
That's terrible, man. Anyway, this devil's gone now, anyway, man. Good riddance, man.
One less devil to worry about in the streets, man. Right. One less devil to worry about shooting us and punching our head in. Just imagine if this police officer was a firearms officer. Damn, black people that got shot, man. Like these stories, we can't take these stories lightly, man. Because if this could have been our 15-year-old son, man. Imagine if that was one of our sons. Now I gotta go Thornhill Road, man. Come down on the zip wire. I gotta come down in this police station with smoke grenades and the zip wire and everything, man. Just imagine.
What's up, man? How do you sleep at night, man? How do you sleep at night? You go to work, you punch a black man in the face, and go home, get changed, have your dinner, and do it all again, man. Don't miss a wink of sleep, man. Don't miss a wink of sleep. That's how much they think of black people. And guess what, black people? That's why we got to come together, man. You got a man from Handsworth that won't go to Newtown, man from Newtown that won't go to Handsworth. And meanwhile, guess what? This devil's in Newtown, killing all of us, man.
Right.
Punching all of us, man. We got a common enemy, man. They got nothing to do with postcodes, nothing to do with complexion. Nothing to do with ends, man. This enemy is the oppressor, man. The enemy is the same race. This man that kicked up our youngsters, man. That choked Michelle and Charles, man. Killed Mark Duggan, man. Killed Jermaine Baker, man. That's our enemy, man. That's why we gotta come together, man. That's terrible, man. That's terrible. Young black boy, 15, you know, probably making some silly mistakes. Probably doing some dumb stuff like what we should all done in our ignorance, man. You know what I mean? What white kids in Keith Standing and Great Bar and so forth, they're vandals, man. They break into cars and whatnot. And drive that loud dirt bike, man. Fucking that dirt bike's loud, man. Make sure all the noise, and please don't punch them up. Please don't kick them up. How dare you swing your foot back and kill a child of God, man? That's right. Give me a scripture. Give me Jeremiah real quick, man, if you could, man.
Swing your mark, bro.
One second. Oh. Give me if it's Jeremiah. They give me Jeremiah. What is it? What are there? Zechariah 2:8.
This is Zechariah chapter 2 and verse 8. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which have spoiled you.
So the Lord sent Zechariah to the nations, man. The nations are the white man, the Chinese. He sent Zechariah to prophesy against these nations, man.
Right.
And the word spoil means robbed. The Lord sent us to the nation that robbed us, man. Stole our, everything we stand. And the white man went to Jamaica, man. I made us work for free. Stole our labor. England is rich. The Bank of England, you know what I mean? All these banks are all rich. Why? Because they rob black people, man.
That's right.
All these nations spoiled us and steal our culture. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Take a look, take your slogan, spin it around, and put it in a $1 million industry, man. They rob us on all aspects, man.
That's right. For he that toucheth you, toucheth the apple of his eye.
And the Lord said, anyone that touched you, talking about blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, have touched the apple of the Lord's eye, man.
Right.
And that's what that policeman did. That policeman touched the apple of the Lord's eye, man.
That's right.
Kicked one of his sons, man. He had to pay for that, man. Let me get one more. You do try to be 20 at 50.
The sad thing is he punched him for no reason as well. Imagine you searched him and he ain't got nothing on him and you're punching him because you wanted him to have something on him, man. He wanted any excuse to pad his record. Oh yeah, this man gets loads of arrests. And I mean, being a police officer, a racist one, just go Handsworth, Newtown, because every man looks like a drug dealer there. So that's why they go there. But
this is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
So in this chapter, the Lord talking about if we disobey him, he'll send a nation against us, man. Which is what? The oppressors, man.
Right.
It talks about how, they'll put you on slavery with ships and so forth. But this is the point I'm getting to. Keep it in.
Which shall not regard the person of old, nor shew favor to the young.
And this nation don't care if you're old. I don't care if you're young, man.
Right.
They don't care if you're the Windrush. They're going to deport you, man.
That's right.
They don't care if you're old. You're going to pick cotton too, man. They don't care if you're old. You're going to cut cane too, man. And they don't care if you're young. They don't care if you're young. They're going to punch you in the face, man. they're gonna kick you, man. They're gonna put their fingers down your throat and choke you like Rashad and Charles. They're gonna shoot. They don't care if you're young. They're gonna shoot you like Mark Duggan. They don't care if you're young or you're old, man. So lucky, man. Anyway, let's get a quick one real quick. So going back to nations spoiling us, man. Nations robbing us. Everything we do, man, all the nations just rob us, man. We can't have nothing for ourselves. Imagine we're black. We ain't got much anyway. And the little thing we have, the nation is steal, man.
Right.
The little stuff we have, the nation is just take. Then you got black men or black women that got talent, and then they give it back to the white community anyway, man.
Right.
Like Serena and Venus Williams made money from culture out of nothing, man. And then gave them money to devils, man. You know what I mean? That's what the Lord means by the nation have robbed you, man. The other day I saw anyone see in Japan? In Japan they got them breakdancers and they're into the whole B-boy thing.
Okay, yeah.
Chinese ones.
Yeah. Chinese ones. Also in Japan, apart Jamaica, Japanese people are fascinated with the reggae music, innit? They love bashment.
Do they?
What? Listen, you need to learn today, man. Listen, I'm gonna show you something today, man. This is still our culture. And guess what? Let me tell you something. 10 years from now, they'll say, nah, it's not yours, it's mine. I'm dead. They're not even humble with it. 10 years from now, they go, what? Whose culture? Nah, this is mine, man. That's what they've been doing, man. It's a luck, yeah. All nations still our culture, man. You know what I mean? Black people, black women had 2 braids in their hair for years, man, just to go to bed. And now everyone got 2 braids, man. Got the nerve to call it Kim Kardashian braids, man. I mean, black women having them braids long before Kim was even born, man.
That's right.
That's because they're still our culture, man. Let me see if we can find it.
Kanye West to chase her down, isn't it?
Yeah, talking about haircuts and then you saw Kanye's haircut, man. She was dread, man. You might see it.
I think that's it.
Japanese Jerk Festival in Tokyo. Japanese Jerk Festival in Tokyo.
From Africa, all the way to Kingston, Jamaica. You know I go do different. Dancing, man. Everybody bust a dancing, man. Dance.
You want to Tokyo? What do you say? You want to Tokyo? Jerk chicken for sale. Jerk chicken that's in Tokyo, man. And that's
Must be jet, dog.
Wait, some jet cat. And that's what it is, man. Man just rub our thing and it becomes theirs. Just like the rap thing, damn near gone, man. The fashion, damn near gone, man. Remember one time they used to laugh at black people for wearing tracksuits and whatnot. Now tracksuits, not in fact, yeah, let me tell you a joke. Everybody nowadays is just like black people. Everyone. Listen, Romanians, there's tracksuit trainers, just a norm. Malis, tracksuit trainers, Air Forces to norm. Like how black people dress is a norm now, man. And you try telling them that black culture, that's no, it's not, man. Youth culture, it's normal. Everybody says Wagwan now. Wagwan, you're cool. You're like, nah, man. This here is my brethren, man. This is my brethren, man. But listen, and act like, nah, this is normal. This is how people just talk. This ain't how people talk, man. Imagine here, we say brethren by accident because our grandparents, their accent weren't the best, man. They couldn't pronounce brethren properly, man. These heathen heard it and go, wow, that sounds cool, man. And now the youth, everyone uses it like it's a norm, man. And they turn around and make out like something wrong with you. They turn around like yo, we made this, man. This ain't your thing, man. This is what the Lord meant by these nations spoil us, man. What's up?
That there is disgusting, man. Imagine they're selling the food in Japan, man. And listen, just look at the picture. Is that picture on the screen share? Just look at this man there. Put him on there. Just look at this man there. We got these people stealing our culture, man. Listen, we're failing, man. Look at this man's face here. Look at him. We got these people stealing our culture, man. Nah, man. It's wrong. And you're mad if you trust in buying Jamaican food from Chinese people. I hear them talking about ackee and saltfish. That's dog and saltfish, or ackee and dog. That's ackee and dog that I don't even trust that. Imagine that, like, Chinese people is making our food, which means they've obviously stopped making their own food. Now they're making money. They're talking about what? Jerk Chicken Festival, is that they called it?
This ain't China?
Japan, I mean, sorry.
So some might say, well, there's Chinese people in Jamaica, but these ain't Chinese, these are
Japan.
Japanese. So these men clearly heard it and took it back home. Not one black face in there. So it's not like a black man's keeping a dance in Tokyo. This is them watching our thing and copying it, man.
So lucky I seen the slanty eyes. I can't tell the difference. Can you tell the difference between Japanese and Chinese? The slanty eyes, they all Chinese to me. Listen, when I speak to a Chinese man, where are you from? Some will say North Korea. Some will say I'm from Malaysia or where. Listen, they're all Chinese. All years are Chinese, man. Every last one years are Chinese to me. I'm very ignorant. You Chinese, same like they try to lie and tell us we're African. They're all Chinese, man. Every last one of them's Chinese. But listen, man, this is racism. They're stealing our culture, and they ain't paying homage, man.
That's right.
They're playing the What Vibes Cartel tune in the back.
It was that Ding Dong, in it?
Was it Ding Dong? That's not
No,
Vibes Cartel.
No, first they're playing
Do It for the Love or
Do It for the
something.
Love, yeah. What's the name?
Ain't that Vibes Cartel?
That's fucking.
That's not Vibes Cartel.
Nah, man, what's his name, bro? What's his
That ain't
name?
Vibes Cartel.
What's that nigga's name, bro?
Nah, because that's Vibes Cartel.
What's his name? Cradix.
That's not Vibes Cartel song. All this time, all this time.
You belong in Tokyo. You belong in Tokyo, man.
Yeah. all this time I thought that was Vibes Cartel, you know.
Nah, man.
Yeah, I used to think the other one was Vibes Cartel as well. What's it called? That nigga where he talks about long time you ain't killed a man.
Oh, fucking. That's it.
Yeah, at least I thought that was Vibes Cartel. But back to these them niggas all
You belong
sound.
in Tokyo.
You see what it is? Everybody that speaks Patois sounds the same to me. So lucky. Everybody that speaks Patois with the loud voice is Vibes Cartel to me. So lucky. Every last one of them. But yeah, back to these Japanese people, man. They're stealing our culture. They're making our food. They're robbing us blind. Listen, man. We need to take everything that we have back. Because once upon a time, ackee and saltfish was slave food, man. And Japanese people wouldn't be eating that. That food was looked at as disgusting. All the food that we eat was looked at as disgusting. And now you got Japanese people who usually eat squid and calamari and what else do they eat? And lobster.
Sushi's anything in it?
I've never had that nonsense.
Chinese.
Yeah. Is it? I don't know.
Japanese sushi sounds.
So yeah, they eat sushi and all of them rice. Is it rice cakes and all of them things where they put rice around the sushi? That's what they usually eat, man. But now they're eating jerk chicken, man. That's not really chicken. I don't think that's chicken, man. Anything a Chinese or Japanese person gives you ain't chicken. Once upon a time, everyone was eating Big Wok, and what did they discover in Big Wok? That it was dogs, right?
Dog in the kitchen, innit?
Yeah, in Big Wok, they found that it was dogs in the kitchen. This is in Birmingham, Chinatown, man. That they were serving people dogs. You're thinking it's sweet and sour chicken. It's dog you're eating, man.
Big Wok used to slap as well.
Walk through Chinatown, it don't even smell like chicken, can just smell something's off, man.
Exactly. You drive through Chinatown, man. You probably get the Omicron, man. You drive through there, you come out the other end with the Omicron, man. You listen, I go around Chinatown and I don't even drive through it no more, man. Imagine this variant came from Chinese people. And people are still buying their food and still trusting them. When you see a Chinese man, you better put your mask on, man. You see a Chinese man, you stereotype him like they do us. When they see black people, what do they do? Lock their car doors. You've been crossing the road and you hear the car door lock before, innit? You hear they lock the door when you're just crossing the road. You've heard it before, innit? And all you're doing is crossing the road. When you see a Chinese man, put your window up, man. Lock your doors as well. But this is racism right here, man. Chinese people stealing our. Listen, at first I thought only the white man stole our culture, but now the Japanese. Flipping out, who's next, man? Like Sakraf said, the Somalians just stole it with the tracksuits, trying to dress like us, trying to rap like us. Everybody wants to be us, but Even the Irish, everybody wants to be us, but guess what? They don't want to. They didn't want to partake in our slavery.
That's right.
They don't want to not be able to get jobs like us.
That's
They
right.
don't want to not be stereotyped like us.
That's right.
They think they can only get the good parts and not the bad parts, man. Listen, man, in the kingdom, you're gonna get all the bad parts of being a nigger, man. You see all the bad parts that we get. You're gonna get all the bad parts to being a nigger, man. And we're gonna have all the good parts. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna get racial profiled when we ruling, man. I'm gonna pull over and say, yo, you Somalians, you got drugs on you. So you got drugs on you. When you don't have drugs, I'm gonna beat you with the baton, man. I'm gonna beat you with the baton, and then you're gonna put in and then you're gonna put in a complaint. You're gonna put in a complaint to the rest of the police force. Quartazar's gonna pick up the phone and say, "How can I help?" Oh, well, I got his badge number. Dumgabar beat me up. Listen, I'm gonna beat you up again for making a complaint, man. That's what we have to go through. Imagine we have to complain to the police about the police. And where do you think that report goes? In the bin, man.
That's right.
That report goes in the bin. When we in office, your report's gonna go in the bin, man. And it's only right, man. Go ahead.
That's right, man. So listen, let's get it in with the boys section. What are you telling me?
About time, brother.
You ready for me? About 2-3 weeks now. You know?
Been about chill, right?
Well, go on.
Oh no, I'll go on.
Yeah. Hit this.
You know, because it's been 3 weeks. This is the Officer Quasar tuning into On the Ends Radio with the Boys segment. What you got for me, officer? Yeah, man. Yo, got the sniffles, you know, brother. Yo,
a little lemon and tea.
it's the China folk bringing the Omicron, man.
Come on.
Sure.
Rapper Wiley is suspended from Twitter again after using new account to post string of anti-Semitic messages, including video about satanic Jews and how Jewish faces control music.
Boy, sir, you see that now? You can get banned just for talking about Jews, but you don't get banned when you're inciting race, when you're inciting violence against your own people. You don't get banned when these little girls are shaking their bottom on the internet.
That's right.
Listen, man. Listen, that's how you know we got the truth in the ISUPK,
Right.
you know. When they want to ban you for talking the truth, when you want to ban you for saying that you're the real Jews the Bible speaks of. Listen, man. Yo, listen, ISUPK got the truth, man.
Right.
Run the next one.
That's right.
Because, yo, listen, man, they can't ban you for that. We're talking facts, you know. They don't even say why they're banning him. You understand? They just want to ban him off the internet. What does that say there?
It says, Vin Diesel says Dwayne Johnson says he told Vin Diesel there's no chance he will rejoin Fast and Furious.
Boy, sir, I don't blame him, man. Yo, they've been rinsing out that Fast and Furious, you know.
What is it, number 10?
Yo, the milking that, fam. Yo, it ain't even about, trust me, it ain't even about cars no more, man. What's the next one going to be about? UFOs. Yo, run the next one, man. I don't want to see another Fast and Furious again. Yo, trust me. What does that say there?
My grandma's in 1981 versus grandma's in 2021. Boy, the times have changed.
Why, sir, yo, is it only me? Or is it only me, or can't I see one of those nannies ever again, man? I ain't seen one of those nannies since I was in church back in about 15 years ago, brother. All these nannies are on Instagram trying to shake their bottom and that, man. Listen, man.
Listen, then it's all right. What? These guys come back.
These men are wicked, you know. That's an out there, my brother. She's supposed to have wisdom. You understand?
Yeah,
but yo, listen, man, these elder females are getting younger and younger. But yo, this is the Officer Quasar tuning out On the Ends Radio with the Boys segment.
Yo, grandma looking nice. Listen, no offense, man. We tired of seeing chocolate tights, man.
One of the brothers said the nanny's fine as hell.
we tired of seeing them chocolate tights, man. Them big church skirts and that. Listen, this is the future. Listen, that is a good future for nannies, man.
You know what's lucky? You know what? You know what's crazy to me? Everyone's getting BBLs and that. Imagine these grandmas are gonna have BBLs at 70, 80, 90. Imagine that, like when you
imagine,
like
everyone getting BBLs now, yeah. So imagine like 50 years from now, your granny got a BBL. Your granny's doing this the school run or whatever, yeah. Some big hips and that. Yeah. Oh man, it's crazy, man.
Imagine that your grandma's gonna have a BBL, man.
When your granny got lip fillers and that. Your granny got lip fillers.
And your grandma's gonna have Botox, lip fillers, a BBL. Listen, man. Some of these things that you're doing in your youth, it's gonna affect you later on in life, man.
Imagine granny with the sleeve, man.
And it
Or
tattoo
breast
down.
tat or something.
And it granny with her nipples pierced, and it's disgusting, man. Granny got nipple piercings and tattoos and boob jobs, and the things that you're doing in your youth, it's gonna affect you when you're older, man. Imagine that when you're a grandma, man, pushing the Zimmer frame and your big behinds all over the place. Granny pushing the Zimmer frame and your big behinds all cocked out everywhere, and everyone's looking. Listen, man, the things you're doing in your youth. Put the picture up again. Put the picture up one more time. The things you're doing in your youth is gonna affect you when you get older, man. Obviously, for now, it's all fun and games. Like when people are young, they get tattoos, and then when they get older, they realize, yo, this tattoo that I got, I didn't really see. Look at this. That's how a grandma used to look. Like back in my day and age, my grandma looked like the one on the left, man. That's the nannies. I remember when they used to push that. Every Caribbean nanny had the trolley. Everything was in that trolley. Every Jamaican recipe was in that trolley. Everything was in there. The rice and peas was in there. They used to pull that trolley and used to make it, and it was heavy as well. You know how heavy that trolley was? The level one, and it had the old pattern. Let's see if you can find the picture of the trolley. That's what Nanny used to pull back then, man. The trolleys.
The trolley was heavy, you know?
Yeah. That's what Nanny used to pull back then. But these nannies nowadays, BBLs, man. Lip fillers, exactly. These nannies are. Back then, you could go to your grandma's and dinner was cooked by 2 p.m., 3 p.m. on a Sunday. Nowadays, these nannies, listen, man.
They still sell them for 20.
They still sell them. Listen, man. This young generation don't know what a nanny is, man. Nah, they weren't that fashionable. That's a nice one. Listen, the old school. Listen, you see the old school grandma. When you was sick, the old school grandma had a million recipes for you, man. These new grandmas just go to Instagram, man. That's all they do is go to Instagram. The new grandma just takes a beauty picture and gets likes on Instagram, man. Our grandparents didn't know nothing about Instagram. Could barely read because they was fresh from the Caribbean, man. Could your grandma read and stuff?
Yes.
Serious?
Could yours? Like yeah.
Could your grandma read and stuff?
She could read the Bible.
That's it. And she still read it wrong. She still read it wrong. She still read it wrong. Nah, but the grandmas back then, sorry, go ahead. That's the trolley. We go for £20 in August. For any granny watching the show, right. We cut one for August, £20. And listen, man, if your grandma's from Birmingham and she didn't jump on the 440, she's not official, man. If she didn't jump on that yellow bus, the 440, she's not official, man. It takes you one step. Exactly. Listen, you know every black grandma went on the 440, and listen, if they didn't go, or the 40X. Remember that nigga that used to drive the 40X, his own bus? It must be dead now. Him. Yeah. Some nigga used to drive his own bus and make up his own prices on the spot. The 40X. Or Beijing, man. I'm just Beijing, man. I'm like, yeah. Make up his own prices and shit, man. Man, go about the official bro, nigga, yeah. So last year, that 440, man, know about that yellow bus. Yellow bus, shit. Change the name to the 123 route. Nah, man. Does it still exist now? Doubt it. The route was a good route, though. It cut through like Handsworth, One Stop, everything. So every place where black people dwell, like the 440 is cut through the good bus, man. But you couldn't have no bus pass on it or nothing, innit? I go to 440. That's a fake, nanny. But anyways, moving on. Anyway, we'll go to Scorcher. You know what I mean? Scorcher basically said, "What's wrong with a man playing a batty man in a movie?" Like, come on, man. Listen, it's gone too far, man. I used to like Scorcher, man. But I just don't understand where it's going nowadays, man. So lucky.
I think, raw. You mustn't go and play a policeman. Why not? Why not? You mustn't play. You mustn't play a gay man. Why not?
I'd rather be a detective.
Listen, you mustn't play a gay man. I know Scorcher got you know a lot of money. It's popular. A lot of people behind backing him. And for some reason, black people not black people. People in general like to take advice from celebrities, man. Like, what the fuck does a celebrity know, man? Right. I like what the Scorcher know. Listen, don't play a gay person, man. Right. I don't want to listen. You're gonna kiss a man on a movie on screen, and you ain't gay. What you gonna do it for money? Don't do it, man. Don't listen to what Scorcher says, man. I don't care if you can rap. I don't care if he's on Top Boy 1 and so forth. Listen, Scorcher couldn't make it to Top Boy 2, man. Right. Don't listen to him. He's acting. You're listening to him telling you what you should act. His acting couldn't save him, man.
Right.
He made 2-3 episodes in Top Boy 1, man. He was dead. They didn't want to continue him and keep paying him for Top Boy 2.
Right.
So listen, his acting career, something he needs to work on. Maybe he should play a game, man.
Right.
Well,
It's a lucky.
maybe if he played a game, man, he probably would have made it Top Boy 2, man. He probably would have. That's not advice for you. Don't take that, man. We think that, we got to listen to celebrities. What do they know, man? All they are celebrities. So you're telling me a man here, born in the ends, and they can rap good. All of a sudden, he gives the best advice. He's a rapper, man. Listen to his tune, bump them in your car. After that, that's it, man. That's it, man. Would you make a rap? Would you ask a rapper for advice on how to fix your car? No, you wouldn't. Why? Because he's a rapper, man. He don't know nothing about cars. And likewise, rappers don't know shit about giving advice, man. They don't know nothing about fixing the black community, man. I'm sick of every time there's a black problem, a rapper comes on. What we got to do is this. So what do you know, man? You're a man from the end, just like us, man. Who had a bit of talent. All of a sudden, where you get all these ideas from, man? What do you know, man?
Right.
Start listening to Kanye West, start listening to Beyonce and Jay-Z. All the artists, rappers, man. And so I don't care what it says. Black man, don't play no game, man.
Right.
Don't, police, man, I let it slide. But don't play no game, man, no movie, man. You got men who ain't gay kissing, man. The Bible goes, why would you sell your soul, man? And you sell your soul when you're not gay, but you're doing it just for money, man.
Right.
When it pays the bills and you kiss a man on camera, man. Hook up with a man on camera, it's disgusting. That's lucky.
And with movies, the role that you play, you have to get into the zone as well. So with movies, what you realize is most of the actors take on the character that they're playing. So if you're going to play a gay man in a movie, you have to think how a gay man thinks. And you have to kiss a man in the movie and do all these takes where you're in bed with a man. Listen, man, to you that's acting, but you're really in bed with a man.
Just me.
You're really kissing a man.
That's something that's something you can't do a camera trick on.
Exactly. You're really kissing a man. You're really in bed on top of a man. And you're saying, oh, in the name of acting. Listen, man, don't play no gay man in a movie.
That's right.
This is what you rather do. Just say, I'll pass on that movie, man. Because guess what's going to happen? You're going to play that gay man in the movie and for a bit of money, and the money's going to go, but everyone's going to remember that you played that role, man. Your children are going to remember that you played that role. Your sons are going to remember that you played that role, and they have to live with it when people say, oh, your dad's gay. I seen him naked in bed with this man. Listen, man, don't do it, man. You'd rather be broke and straight, man. That's what you'd rather be. You'd rather be broke and straight, not bent and rich, man. That's what you'd rather be, man. You'd rather be poor and a man with morals and dignity instead of you playing a gay man, giving yourself over to a man in a movie. What did he say? He don't see what's wrong with it. Because his Scorcher's probably gay, man.
So I'm thinking that, man.
Scorcher, you might be gay. Scorcher, you might not be acting. This might be really you. Scorcher, this might be really you. Only you want to play yourself.
Only black people think, raw, you mustn't go and play a policeman. Why not? Why not? You mustn't play a gay man. Why not?
I'd rather be a detective.
Oh, you like, come on, man, leave his head top alone, man. Listen, come on, man.
Scorch about to have a man pulling his hair in a movie. Get me, Scorch wants a man to pull his hair in a movie, and he's trying to pass all this on to all of us. Only black people. Listen,
like
man,
something wrong with it. Like,
exactly.
black people got fixed up, man. Listen, because we don't want to, bow down like how you're doing it. Something wrong with us. Still like you down the ball.
And the thing is, man, the reason why we don't want you to play a game, man, because black people have morals, man. We have morals. That's why there's certain things black people don't like black people to do. But clearly, Scorcher wants to play a game man in a movie. If that's what you want to do, you just do it, man. Don't try and convince us that we should accept you and we should be all for it. You go play whatever you want in the movie, man. I mean, Scorcher. Who even listens to Scorcher?
I can't even go.
Give me one Scorcher song.
Was my artist at one time.
Was he?
Bro. Not my artist, but I did listen to Scorcher still.
What is he grime?
Grimy.
Give me one Scorcher song.
Nah, it mean like radio, spitting and shit. It ain't like tune like that.
See, you don't see. Officer Crawford doesn't know one Scorcher song. He doesn't know one Scorcher song.
You got tune called the Ransom still with Bashy and that still. Lip sync thing. You got Uncle Lip sync thing.
Scorcher's good. I see. And now Scorcher's was thinking about lips in a man when he made
just
tune.
all these question marks. He's talking about really.
Where would he rank in the top 10 MCs? He's not in the top 10. Is he? Top 20.
No, how was the top 20? Not top anything. Just a guy you might vibe to.
He's just a top batty man. So okay, let me move on. Next one. So excuse my language. Forgive me.
What you say, Quazza? Yeah, one of them. Break it down. As an office man, read it for man. Go on, man. Officer, knock it down, man. Yo, officer,
let me
knock
show
it.
you.
Yeah, come on, man. Yo, I keep forgetting, you know.
Let me break down something because, yeah.
Starting from where 6 or what?
Yeah. Get me.
Come on, man. Officer, yo. Listen, man.
Hear the deep breakdowns.
Oh, I see it, man. Come on, man.
You want to hear the deep and wise breakdowns?
Watch it, man. Nah, man. You can't be doing that, man. Can't be doing that, man. Listen, some men who are fighting this are gonna think, well, Scorch it's okay.
Read from
I'm not gonna do it.
24.
So this is the second Maccabees 6:24. For it becometh not of our age, and he said, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being 80 years old and 10, were now gone to a strange religion.
So Eleazar was an elder in Israel, you understand? And what they were trying to get him to do is eat some food that looked like swine's flesh. And what he did was refuse because he didn't want to be an example unto the youth to be eating swine's flesh, you understand? So when it says there to have gone into a strange religion, he didn't want people to view him as going into a strange religion. He wanted people to view him as keeping the laws. So when it comes to Scorcher now, he shouldn't be trying to set an example for the youth of being a batty man. You understand? Because our forefathers refused to do that, man.
That's right.
Read on.
And so they, through mine hypocrisy and desire to live a little time and for a moment longer, should be deceived by me.
Exactly. So him in his old age, he didn't want to deceive the youth, man. And so shouldn't Scorcher, man. It needs to be keeping these laws in the ISUPK, you understand? And be an example unto the youth, man.
Listen, that scripture was deep, man. This man says, I ain't gonna eat pork. Like they said to him, don't eat pork, eat something that looks like pork. And he goes, listen, I've come too long, man. I've been living too long to finally give up in the last minute, man. Right? So damn that. He goes, listen, my reputation is nice, it's fresh. Why am I gonna ruin it now? Right? Why ruin it now? Why am I gonna make kids think, well, he ate pork, he's an old man, he's wise. I could do the same thing. He said, nah, I'd rather die. So fuck that, kill me. I want to go. Scorch is the opposite, man. Right? Scorch is damn that. I'm telling the kids to go get their money, man. Do what you got to do, man. Break laws, eat pork, be a batty man. Do what you got to do. Just get that money, man. Right. That's a terrible example. That's the opposite from what this brother did in the time of the Maccabees, man. Right. Why? I'm actually heartbroken. I can't believe Scorch is moving like that, man.
Never been a friend to me.
Yo, you see Scorch in tent one.
Who was in tent one?
He's the main guy, man. In tent one.
Who?
Scorcher.
Who was the main guy in tent one? Who was it? Flash.
Nah, man. Flash was Scorch the right hand, man.
I can't remember intent one like that, you know. Wait. Is that the one where Flash was the snitch?
Yeah, and he's the man. Like Scorch is the man in intent one.
I can't remember, you know.
Intent one, they didn't know intent two is much better.
Nah, I think one was better, you know.
Nah,
man. You see two.
Intent two, but
nah, man, they got two. But you see, every time niggas get a good budget for a movie, they go to Jamaica. Every single movie.
Intent one was Robert. The acting was dead.
Nah, man. Intent one was more.
Can't act for shit. It's like watching him. Can't act for shit, bro.
Intent one was more closer to real life.
Nah, man. Shooting in the post office.
Nah, man.
The girl goes and gets drawn to the mask. I don't know. That's me personally.
It's like the new Top Boy, yeah. The new one when they go Jamaica as well. They go Jamaica as well, right? Yeah, they start in Jamaica. Yeah. Whereas the first one, I think Summer House is way better.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you give niggas too much money to go Jamaica.
Shit, but hey,
I prefer one.
I can't watch these English programs.
Are you quiet, baby?
That's what I'm saying. You gotta watch them, man.
Yo, watch it, man. It's a lucky, man.
You gotta watch them, man.
I'm making one soon, man. I'm watching that. I'm on the phone with Lion Gate. And
we're gonna be in them. You're gonna see a UPK movie soon, man.
Sure,
and it ain't gonna be nothing that Scorch is promoting, man. None of that gay shit is gonna be in there, man. This is gonna be the only movie you see where there's no gay shit in there. Right. Why? Because we men of the Lord, man. What you're gonna see is boot kisses, man. From these devils, man.
Yeah, the only kiss you're gonna see is boot kisses.
Exactly.
Just hit me. I'm slow today. Just hit me. So Scorch is saying that he would kiss a man.
Exactly.
So had the opportunity popped up, yeah, he's saying I would do that, man. So lucky I'm slow today, man. Yeah, let me see this video anyway.
Where we don't know no financial literacy, no one lives with their dad, like some men don't look after their kids, like so many things why we're like this today, innit? You get it? So like me, I got a daughter now, and I want to make sure man's there the whole time. Do you get what I'm saying? Even if me and her mum have problems, we got to sort it out. Right. So the family's together, innit? because mine grew up without man's dad. All my brothers, sisters, same thing, innit? Everyone in the hood, same thing. And then we're all in these problems, you get me, with grinding, trying to make money, trying to make a change. And it's not, everyone's not fortunate, do you get what I'm saying? A lot we grew up in the hood where we don't know no financial literacy, no one lives with their dad. Like, some men don't look after their kids. Like, so many things why we're like this today, innit? You get it? So like me, I got a daughter now, and I want to make sure man's there the whole time. Do you get what I'm saying? Even if me and her mum have problems, we got to sort it out. So the family's together, innit? Because mine grew up without man's dad. All my brothers, sisters, same thing. Everyone in the hood, same thing. And then we're all...
Listen, Wims is correct, man. Imagine people say, oh, the black men, you know, black people can't get it together, they're this, to that. Listen, man, they've had a head start. We've had a head start, man. So we grew up in the ends where a lot of us ain't got our dads there. Imagine we're playing catch up now. It's only now that a lot of black men ain't leaving. But back in the 90s, listen, no, the 80s. In the 80s, there was no black man in the house, man. I remember growing up and all the black men were running around, you know, chasing some career or something, man. And we're just fixing that now, man. So when people say, oh, black people can't get it together, listen, these nations that say that, they ain't been in slavery for 400 years, man. Right. You know, they've not had no man in the house. Listen, they've got with 2 parents in the house, man. A man telling them how to this and how to that and teaching a man how to be a man. Imagine you're a man in a house with your mum, man. You don't know how to be a man. You don't know how to conduct yourself and so forth, man. And you have children, and then you can't teach them to be a man because you had no man teach you how to be a man. That's what we're going for as black people, man. It's easy to look and say, oh, yeah, black people, yeah, they don't know what to talk. You know, they're crazy and they're going for this, they're going for that. Listen, you had the head start, man. It's like,
listen, man. Rimsey speaking facts. I've been listening to Rimsey from how much years? I remember everyone used to say, yo, Rimsey's boring, he's dead, his album's crap. Do you remember Officer Cruffy or no? Does he remember? Does he remember or no? No. Listen, Rimsey's been the hardest. What slowed him down is he went to jail. That's what slowed him down. But that first mixtape, the Upper Clapton Dream, listen, then the Upper Clapton Dream too. But anyway, back to what he was saying. It's true, black people grew up with no parent, no fathers in the house. And like you said, he's got a daughter now, so he's trying to be there for his daughter. Obviously, he's in jail, and he realizes, all right, then, the money, I've had the money, I've been to jail, and I've realized, like most people have to go to jail to realize that, okay, then, outside here is really an illusion. Outside here, you're the man. And then you think when you go to jail, you're going to continue being the man. But nah, man. Time moves fast. You go to jail, everyone forgets who you are, man. You go to jail, you're thinking, yo, everyone's going to remember me. All people do is post your picture and say free such and such. But no one really cares, man. So most people have to go to jail before they come to these decisions. They have to learn the hard way, or you could learn the easy way by coming into the ISUPK, man. You could just come in the ISUPK and you can learn these things the easy way. You can learn how to build a family, how to raise a family the easy way. You don't want to learn it from jail. You don't want to realize maybe I should spend time with my kids from jail when you could just learn it while you're a free man in the ISUPK, man. You can learn how to raise them correct. People think raising their kids is buying them expensive Christmas presents, buying them Xboxes and PlayStations and £1,000 shoes. That's what they think raising their kids is. Listen, man, people are saying Little Dirk's a great dad because do you see, yeah, this kid's on stage performing his song Back in Blood, performing Pre-Sheisty's part. Yeah, his kids performing it. And people in the world think that's a great dad. It's not a great dad, man. Why are you exposing your children to those kind of things? People think that's a great dad, making your son stick his middle finger up and say F the ups. People think that's a great dad. Exactly. Exactly. You're letting your kids do that. And then this is going to be their very downfall, man. Because they're going to grow up thinking these things is the right things to do. What makes a great dad is what? Teaching them right from wrong, man. Right. Teaching them to serve the Lord. That makes a great dad. What makes a terrible dad is your child being gay and you saying, "No, I love you no matter what." Love ain't supposed to be unconditional, man. Because if love is unconditional, that means anyone can do anything and you still love them. In here, our love is conditional, man. Right. If you're gay in here, there's no love for you, man. If you're a drug dealer in here, there's no love for you, man. Right. Our love is conditional, man. We ain't gonna love you if you're homosexual. That goes for anyone, our brothers, our sisters, our sons. If our sons tell us they're gay, the love ends right there, man. But by the time we hear they get, the love ends there, man. By the time we hear the word G and the A, the love ends there. Usually I'm thinking it makes you a good parent because my child's gay and I still love him. I came to terms with it. Listen, man, How about you never come to terms with it?
That's right.
How about you never come to terms with it until your child comes home and says, I'm not gay no more?
That's right.
Even though the stain's still there, but then again, they can repent. The stain's not there. They can repent and change. How about you be stuck in your ways and be old-fashioned, but this world will call you a terrible parent, a terrible father. You know he cut his son off because he's gay, right? And the world will make you feel like you've done something wrong, when really you're doing the right thing, man. Because if you let that son be gay, your other son's going to be gay, your other son's going to be gay. Listen, man, you better put your foot down, man. That's what we doing here, man. We put our foot down. Our sons ain't going to be gay. Why? Because we're raising them right, man. Our sons ain't playing with no pink dollies. Our sons ain't playing with no pink dollies, pushing push chairs and all of these stuff, wearing skirts and dresses, putting on lipstick and putting on their mom's heels. Our sons ain't doing that. Why? Because we in their life, man. That's right. Now, when you're not in your son's life, your child will put on the mother's heels. Your child will see his mom every day painting her fingernails. What's his son gonna do? Paint his fingernails.
And the mom will think it's funny.
Exactly.
Like, oh, shit, it's funny.
Exactly. The son will start twerking like the mom twerks. The mom will laugh and record it and put it on Snapchat. Look at my son, he's so funny. Listen, man, you better let that black man raise his children, or your son is going to be the next nigga swinging from a pole. So luck ya. 10 years time from now, there's going to be a strip club with, listen, mark my words, 10, 15 years time from now, there's going to be a strip club with men stripping in there, swinging from poles, man. That's where this world is heading right now. Why? Because people ain't raising their kids right, man. You come into the ISUPK, send your children in here, and they'll be raised right, man. You see all our sons in here running around masculine, man. Running around bunksing niggas out the way, man. The masculine, man. You see them niggas is stocky and shit, looking like men. The short and stuck. Listen, man, we're raising our sons correct, man. So carried away.
Come on, man.
Them niggas is full of energy. Get me? The other day, one of them little kids ran into me. Them little niggas is stocky up in here. They're eating right and everything. You know, you see how stocky them little niggas are at the school, running past you through that little hallway there. Listen, man, we're raising our kids right, man.
That's true, man. What everyone goes, you know, black people can't get together, and we got no father in the house. Look at what David Beckham's doing, man. David Beckham's son Romeo just became a millionaire at 19, man. Why? Because he got the things that we ain't got, man. He got a dad in his life. We ain't got that, man. And listen, even if we do got a dad in our life, he's destroyed as well. He don't know much neither. He ain't in the truth neither, so ain't much he can really teach you, man. But David Beckham now, he's been through the game, he's got experience, and because of him, look, man, his son's the first 19-year-old millionaire, signs his first 7-figure deal, man, with Puma. Why? Because he got that to show him the ropes, man. He didn't mean he looks kind of mixed race, man. Let's go down here, man. The hair cut some shit.
Victoria got some. Yeah, I mean, might be Dwight Yorks. Might be Dwight Yorks.
Look at that, man. People say black people can't get. Look what happened. David Beckham is a white man, and he's passing his money down to white children, like he should do. But Michael Jordan's a black man, got money, and give his children to white women. Give his money to white women, man. The Bible says, "Don't give your strength to another." Other nations ain't doing this, man. Serena and Venus Williams are black millionaires, man. Just giving their money to white men. Remember Eve the rapper, giving their money to a white man, man. Halle Berry, same thing. Look at him. This is what you call wealth right here. He got wealth that he worked for, and I passed it down to his son, man.
And you know what they say that black men like to they say that black men like to betray the race and go for white women. I think it's the opposite, you know. I think it's the opposite stuff.
You can't put Dwight under the bus like
so lucky it's not Dwight Yorks. I don't want Dwight York to pay. Then again, he wouldn't even get Charles. But this nigga's a millionaire, you know. 19. Romeo Beckham is a millionaire, you know.
He's above age right now, man.
Right.
Yo, have you seen that mixed face brother, man? The mixed face brother must have been in the restaurant, and a big white woman, like twice his age, sat in his lap, rubbing him down and that. You get me? And she, I got son your age. So he's laughing and saying, "Oh yeah," you're like, "You know, man, yeah." This bitch called the police on him. She must have sobered up now. I thought, "Oh shit, what have I done?" You know, I didn't put the video with it, man.
Explain that again.
So this man's in the club, yeah, in a bar. So mixed face brother, you get me? And some old white woman, like some cougar kind of age 40 or something, jumps on him now, sits on his lap and stroking him up. Yeah. So he's laughing, put it on TikTok. She's like, "Yeah, my son's 20. I love young men." So he's laughing like, "Oh shit, snapping it." So she's sobered up now, yeah. And this she dropped this on him now. So this is the brother talking about what happened.
the most fucked story time. You're going to want to watch this. So this is the mum that was moving to me the other day in the restaurant. So she was creaming, but she DM'd me saying this just after I posted it. Clearly wanted me to take it down, but I was like, fuck it, I'll leave it up for the boys. She was pissed, but whatever. I did not expect to get this phone call though, a couple days after it went viral. The woman's come and said that was sexual assault. Have you seen the video?
I have, yes.
I got a phone call from the police saying that she had filed a sexual assault claim against my name, against Tiki Toki's name.
Formally under caution because that's how we conduct the investigations. I can't say, what's going to happen.
I'm going to make another video after my interview in a couple of days, so make sure to follow for part 2.
This is me.
See you later. Yo, look at that, man. Shoot all on his video. Look at the video. She was all over him. If anyone has seen the video, she was all over him, stroking him up. And now if anyone should file for sexual assault, should be this guy here, man. It's like, let's see if I can try real quick.
Listen, man, this is the nature of Edomite women, man. They always claim rape, man. You need to stay away from them. The way you minimize your chances of getting caught up in a scandal is staying away from these women, man. These women will have sex with you, man. They'll do everything you desire, man. And then 5 minutes later, the police is at the door saying you raped such and such. Ask all these footballers that get done for rape, man.
That's right.
Who blames them? White women. Ask every black man, most black men who's got done for rape, who actually hasn't done it, who blames them? White women. Because these women is always drunk after the club. You see them urinating in the street. Why would you want one of them, man? They urinate in the middle of nowhere, man. Why would you want one of them? They're vile, man. All they do is drink. All they know is drink and have sex and drink and have sex. All they know is drink, have sex, and phone the police.
So
that's the sequence.
Why should I go to jail? Because you're sober now?
Exactly.
So I must go to jail because you feel guilty. Listen,
right.
Maybe you shouldn't drink so much, man. So,
like, if you connect the lines, listen, if you're playing dot to dot with white women, it would be like, drink, have sex, call the police, man. That's it. They connect the dots, drink, have sex, call the police. And then here you go to jail, 7 years, come out, and rape is on your record, man. Stay away from these women, man. Especially these Edomite women.
What's scary about this? 200 years ago, black man, you died for this, man. Imagine that. Imagine just 200 years ago, this was slavery. And this white woman said, this black man raped me. Black man, you'd be burned alive, man. You'd be skinned and lynched, man. And let me tell you something, reincarnation is real, man. Listen, she could have been one of the women back in the day saying, he raped me, and you never. Black man was killed and died. Why? Because of white woman's allegations back in the days, man. And she could be one of them, man. Listen, stay away from her, man. So,
like white privilege is real, man. This is white privilege. When you can sit on the man's lap and phone the police on him, what he needs to do is get heard on for sexual assault, man. What did you say? I got a son your age.
Yeah.
She's disgusting, man. Listen, that's a disgusting comment to make. I got a son your age, which means when he was in nappies, your son was in nappies, and you're still sitting on his lap. Stay away from these disgusting Edomite women, man.
I'll show you the video.
Stay away from these Caucasian women, man.
I'll show you the video. Someone could show me sexual assault from this. I need to see.
17.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't you take photos. One more.
Hold on.
Doesn't matter. Go on, just do it.
Oh,
No, trust me, I'm going up to 24-year-olds.
I'm 20.
Oh, yeah. He will actually kill me. Shall I? Right, how many photos do you have?
170k.
Message me.
See you later. Listen, man, this bitch, she said, message me, man. Message me, don't sound like sexual assault to me. I didn't see her cry. I didn't see her crying. Now the Jack Daniels wore off, and I feel, oh shit. You know what I mean? I don't look too good, man. My son's gonna see it, man. Now it's sexual assault. Why was it sexual assault then? You messaged him telling him to take it down. Why was it sexual assault then? But now, look, you say that's choice you made, man. Don't be mad at him. You're the whore, man, that can't control yourself. Don't be mad at him. So like, maybe you should take time out on a drink next time, man. Maybe you should cool off, man. But how you wanna send a man to jail because you can't behave yourself, man? Imagine once you're on that list, it stains. Listen, there's two things in the black community that stains you, man. The pedophile, the rapist.
Chichi, man.
Just like, there's three. Like, I can't forget the third man. And a chinchy man as well, man. So lucky, yeah. And you want it? This man must have it stained. This man must be on the sex offenders register. Why? Because you made a mistake. So I guess everyone got paid because you can't handle your drink, man. So lucky.
And you know what the thing is? What I've realized with these Edomites is every mistake they make, somebody has to pay for their mistakes, man. Imagine this: it's her mistake, but cause white privilege, she wants to blame somebody else. Everybody does it, man. All these Edomites do it when they mess up and do something wrong. They like to play the victim and blame somebody else because they know white privilege usually works in their favor. What he needs to do is file sexual assault charges against her, man. If this woman's got a man, her man needs to see this and he needs to go and do one, man. Imagine this. That means every time she gets drunk, really what she was saying is she would have had sex with this boy if it wasn't on camera. What did she say? Message me.
Yeah,
she said message me.
She said his lap. He didn't pull her in. She said his lap, man.
She said message me, which means if he messaged her and said come round to the foyer, is the foyer where people used to live. Come round to the foyer.
Oh yeah.
If you said come round to the foyer, where's the foyer? The foyer
in town.
Get me listen. Back in the day, certain niggas used to turn niggas women up in the foyer. You know, remember the foyer? That's when people first moved out. Was it £2 to live in? Yeah, listen, man, there used to be a place called the foyer, man. I can't remember where it is. Maybe Cotterdam. Where was it?
The foyer, man, right by town, man.
Was it?
Boom. Like New Town in town, man, like on the border.
Listen, man. Back then, years ago, if you was looking for your daughter, you couldn't find her. She probably some nigger in the foyer, man. Listen, man. You want to check the foyer instead of you thinking she's here and there. She's probably in the foyer. But back to this devil, she would have had sex with this little boy if he didn't put up the recording. But because he put up the recording, because to him, he don't want some old haggard woman, so he's just put up the recording because it's banter, and she can't take it. Which means she would have went to his house that same night and had sex with him who's half her age, and now she wants to file charges. Listen, man, he needs to give that video to the police and he needs to file his charges. That's what I would do if I was him. But first of all, this is what you do. Don't let no devil sit on your lap, man. She comes to sit on your lap, you push her off and say, move, man. Say, you ain't the right complexion for me, man.
Come on, man.
You ain't the right complexion for me, man. Say, them eyes that you got blue eyes, man. Move. That's what you say to her. Say, you and them blue eyes, go over there, man. Say, this is a black man that don't like white women, man. That's right. You say to her, you see this black man right here? This is what you say to her, you see this black man right here? This black man right here is expensive, man. And only a black woman can afford this black man, man.
She's clearly whorish, you see it?
Exactly.
Clearly whorish, flicking hair,
exactly.
Listen, anyone to salt, it should be him.
Right.
Imagine he's trying to enjoy a quiet drink with his friends, man. You sat in his lap. You interrupted his evening, man. Interrupted his drink. Anyone feel assaulted or violated should be this brother here, man. And guess what? 9 out of 10, she probably win the case, man.
White privilege.
Filler babe.
I walk so you bitches can run. Stop the lip fillers. Yeah? You had to go through shit. Now it's popping. You don't want to fuck off.
So this is Trillery from Leicester talking about lip fillers. I'm not going to get into lip filler thing. You want to get lip fillers, don't get them. I'll wiggle this fuck. But what she said was correct, man. So black people went through shit, man, and now it's a trend. Now imagine that we went through years of our movement with the rubber lips, big lips, that just so in the future white people, you know what? I like them lips, and now they're getting it. We went through years of movement. Man, you butter, you black this, man, and now these same white people are going on tanning beds, man. What was that for? What was all that gollywog stuff for? And get back on the jam jar, just so in 20 years after this, you can jump on a tanning bed, man. What's the next one, man? You know what I mean? You nap your head and just so you can have braids, man. In the future, man. You see white girls with singles nowadays. That's a white girl with a head wrap, man, tied to the front and everything. Like, what is the world coming to? What the hell is the world coming to?
Must be in GOCC.
The regular, I think, yo, what? It's lucky, man. Anyway, we wrap up the show. You done with that, yeah?
Oh, basically,
injecting your lip and that.
So they're injecting your lips and they level it out. But while it is when white women have it, it looks dumb because we know your lips ain't that big. It's stupid. If you are gonna have something add on, at least make it look realistic. Theirs doesn't look realistic. They can barely talk, man. Their lip looks so stiff. You know how natural lips look normal. Theirs look so stiff. See, look at that. That looks so stiff, man. And listen, man. Exactly.
Remember what's his name? Pete. What's his name? Pete.
Pete Burns.
Pete Burns was having lip fillers. back in the day. So whenever I see lip fillers, I think, ugh, trash it.
Yeah, it changes your whole features, man. It makes you look like a lady boy, man.
Well, listen, we're not getting into it, man, because we're going to have a lot of women got in us.
Nah, but
it's lawful. If you want to do it, don't do it.
But black women have good lips anyway. So black women don't really need lip fillers, man. You black women got good lips anyway, man. Why you think all these men want to kiss you, man? Love you, black women, man. Find. Give me a picture of a black woman with big natural lips. You're gonna see the difference, man. Which celebrities got big natural lips? Come, someone in the comments type in a celebrity that's got big natural lips. Who? It's Cardi B got fake lips. Probably all
just fake all over.
Everyone's fake. All of them are fake. But listen, man, black women, what you have naturally, these white women try to look like you, man. They try to be everything like you. Now they try to dress like you. They try to get hair like you. Everything you do, they do. They try lie and blackfish and say the mixed race. Well, we know they ain't mixed race, man. Everybody wants to be like you, black women, man.
Yeah, mixed race.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Everybody wants to be like you, black women, man. And guess what? When no one loved black women, guess who loved black women? The ISUPK, man.
That's right.
So you sisters better get in line, man. Come in the ISUPK, man. Because we loved you when nobody did it, man. We loved them big lips when nobody did it, man. We loved your curves when nobody did it, man.
That's right.
When everyone used to say being a model, you have to be stick thin, like the white woman. Size zero. We was like, that's disgusting. We was like, we like our women with curves, man. We liked our women who look like spice in them. That's what we like, spice in them. Get me? We like our women that look like spice. We loved you black women for years, man. So how can you repay us the favor? You come in the ISUPK and get married to these brothers, man.
Remember back in the day when
come marry my brother Quatazar, man. Come marry my brother Tazarpur and Shamgar and come in the ISUPK, man. And marry these brothers that have loved black women for so many years, man. For me, I'm off limits, so okay.
Now, I remember when they say, oh, Kylie Minogue got a nice ass and like, she don't mind you. And that's all these black women, their ass is too big, it's nasty, da-da-da-da-da. Get me? And now, guess what? Everybody wants a black now, man. Everyone's getting the BBL now, man. Listen, everybody, let me stop. Anyway, we'll be here next week on the end, 9 to 11. Make sure you tune in. To everyone for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Shalom.